morning, CK here. Today I'll be your tour guide of the Disney Dream. First off, I'd like to welcome you aboard. I am the head builder of the ship. I have spent the last 6 months working hard on this ship, and I've scheduled a bunch more projects to come following soon after, which hopefully will not take 6 months, and they are also Disney related, and I will not spoil them because you guys will find out soon enough when I start doing previews of them. So let's get this tour started. First off, right here is the tender ship, which runs you guys back and forth to Castaway Cay. And yes, I am well aware that the ships do park at Castaway Cay, although due to this circumstance, Castaway Cay does not exist yet. Keyword yet. So we've decided to build a ship tender for the time being to get you guys there and back. But for now, we're not really interested in the other ships. We're interested in the Dream. So why don't we come on in? We'll swipe our little onboard pass, make sure they know who we are, and let's get our tour started. So in here is the tender lobby. There are two of them. There's one on that side and one on this side. This is the more used side, only just because we built the fancier detector stuff on this side. You pretty much check in after you get back after your shore excursions. And up this way, say if you were to get injured or sick on one of your shore excursions, you'll run up here to the infirmary. That is the word I was looking for. You'll run up here to the infirmary, and they'll get you all patched up and back enjoying your cruise. So we are actually going to go ahead and cut back to an off-limits area before the tour really even begins. So we're going to run all the way back here, which we have ran back here to the engine room, featuring 4 very powerful General Electric engines. I cannot think of how much horsepower they produce off the top of my head, but they are very powerful. Driving 2 props off the back, the ship is equipped with aft and bow thrusters. And Minecraft has decided to freeze on me. There we go, all good. I'm going to actually quick pause the video so Minecraft won't do that again. Alright everyone, I apologize about the delay. Let's continue this tour. So first off, since we're already back here, we are going to go ahead and climb up this here ladder and back through this little secret hallway, which I had initially planned to take you guys through. So we're going to head back out here, and we are currently in the back area on deck 2. So we actually have to climb up a few decks and run up one of these side hallways. So we'll quick do that on this floor here, since the deck below us is all just rooms. So right here we are currently approaching the atrium, which I'd rather have had it approach from the front, so that's what I'm going to do here, is enter from around here. So you guys haven't really seen much yet. And here it is. This is the atrium, which we have spent over probably 100 hours of accumulative work on this area alone, on this part of the ship. It has undergone 5 remodels since the original plan and design. We have resized it about 3 times, and it has finally, this is the final product, which has taken us many attempts to do, and it is finally here. Here is the finalized product, and I think this is the best atrium that we could possibly create. So if we hang a left here, this will bring you guys to the Concierge Desk, where anything you need on your trips, feel free to stop in here and go ahead and get your guest services taken care of. So now we're going to swing around to the side. Now that you guys are just boarding the ship, probably the quickest way to start enjoying your cruise, the more boozing, the better cruising. So one of the first bars right on here is I believe it is the Voyage Bar, which is located right in the atrium, and pretty much has a little seating area for you guys, and it's a nice, comfy, good place to enjoy your drinks. So since we are in the atrium area, we might as well hit up all the main things. This is the main restaurant behind the atrium, which I cannot remember the name of to save my life. And I'm actually going to quick pause the video to pull up the deck plan. Alright everyone, I do apologize for the delay, but this is the Royal Palace Restaurant. This is one of the major dining rooms on the ship, and this services a lot of your dining needs. And then back here is the kitchen. So pretty much there are 3 of these style kitchens back to back to back, servicing all restaurants on the ship, including all the little attraction restaurants up on the top floor, up on the ceiling. And we will actually quick hang over here and open up this door. This is the storage area, which I forgot to put a button to reopen. Oh wait, no, I put a panel there. Good. Just storage area. Has all our non-frozen goods, anything of that nature. I'm not going to really bore you guys with this kind of stuff. And here is a freezer. Don't really feel like boring you guys with that either, since you guys know what a freezer looks like. So we are going to go ahead and walk on out to the front side of the atrium area. And we are going to actually stop by Animators Palette, which is located in the very back part of the part of Deck 3. One of the last stops on Deck 3. And that is all the way back here. So here is the Animators Palette. You'll check in here. You'll have your dinner here. And I cannot remember on Dream or Disney's cruising. I'm pretty sure it's this way because what they do is it's called Rotational Dining, where you guys will eat at different restaurants each night. And I believe it is 2 nights in Animators Palette, and then the other nights are in some of the other restaurants. And I cannot remember that to save the life of me, but I'm pretty sure that's what they do on the Disney cruises. I myself have never been on a Disney cruise, but I thought it would be fun to build one since Disney is the only one who seems to uphold the cruising values of some of the older cruise lines, i.e. Red Star, or some of the other ones, i.e. what Titanic sailed under, their cruising style, or Concord Cruise Lines was one of the other big ones, who are actually still around, but Disney still upholds their values. So now that we're going to quick drop back down to Deck 2, we're going to swing around and stop off here at the Royal Garden, or not the Royal Garden, but the Magical Garden, I believe it is. And this is kind of more of a what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of more of a gardenish, green-themed restaurant. I cannot remember much of the details on it since this was one of the first things we built back during week 1 of the ship's actually being built, so I can't really remember a lot of the details behind it. So we'll head on back up here to Deck 3 and we'll start heading forward to the forward rotunda, which this is the shopping center pretty much of the ship, which there's not a whole lot of shopping to do on board the ship, but directly behind us is Sea Treasure, which is all your trinkets, anything you need during the cruise, all that kind of stuff. To the left of us is Mickey's Mainsail, which is kind of more high-end shopping, intended kind of diamond rings, fancy jewelry, all that kind of stuff is located up here. And then all the way across over here is Whitecaps, which is a kind of a cruising summer line fashion store, which is kind of nautical themed, but at the same time it's more summer based. Can't really showcase that really in Minecraft, but now that we are standing here, we will go ahead, and as you can see here is the Walt Disney Theater in front of us, which will be going ahead, and I'll show you guys the ground floor of it, and we'll work our way back up to the top where I'll show you the top part of this. So here is the main entrance area, which right now the theater is at full illumination. All the lights are on, just because it is currently, the ship is in boarding mode, which we would have the lights on before any of the shows. So we'll go ahead and head upstairs where I'll show you guys the main operating room. So we'll go ahead and hang around this corner, head on up, and head out this way. Actually, let's go this way because it's a little bit quicker. So we're going to go ahead and hang a right, which someone forgot to leave the lights on for the top floor, which I'll quick turn them on for you guys. There we go. So it's at full illumination now, so I'm going to go ahead and shut off the lights actually. Which, let's see here. Come on. There it goes. Nope. Off. And the bottom lights go off as well. And the stage lights are also both turn on offable. Go ahead and try to get these bottom lights off. For some reason they don't want to shut off. Let me quick try to double check the lighting systems. And off. There they go. So we'll go ahead and turn the stage lights back. Oh crap. 1 second as I quick pause the video. Alright everyone, now that I got the lights refixed up, hang on, I gotta quick put us back in cinematic mode. And apparently we have one of our crew members aboard the ship doing a sound check. But we will quick walk up here, hop up onto the deck, and I'll show you guys one of the cool things of this stage, which is the working fireworks / show decorations, which will be fired off on the main shows during big shows that have big pyrotechnics is the word I'm looking for. We'll quick swing on back up here and continue our tour back, and we'll be stopping off at the, I believe it is the Vista Buena Theater, which is located directly behind the main theater, and this is more of kind of movies and stuff of that nature. And this, I believe it shows movies for pretty much almost all day, all night too. They just run movies non-stop in this area. So pretty much you got your little movie watching area. Sit up here, projectors located back there, and it also has access from the top deck right back there as well, but we will not be going up there quite yet because we're going to be running back this way. So we will run past here on the second floor of the atrium. We have the Vista Cafe on our left over there, which I'll be swinging us around to go visit. So hang on. Here's the Vista Cafe, which you can go ahead and get your stuff, and you can hang out at Vista Cafe. Anybody get that reference? Just feel free to leave a like if you get that reference. But okay, so back to the tour here. We're going to quick run back through the Vista Gallery. Kind of getting a little bit of a hint of what the front part of the ship is. Everything's named Vista something or other. But here's the Vista Gallery, which is just pretty much a lot of photos, fancy photos of that nature. And now we will be running back, but before we hit the district, we will be stopping off at Dee Lounge, which is pretty much like a teen-based kind of restaurant hangout-ish area. Great for the teen that wants to kind of go hang out, I guess, pretty much. I know it's a little bit different on the real ship, but due to size constraints, we decided to make it look a little more detailed than try to match it up. So now we will be entering the district. This is one of the other areas we spent quite a bit of time working on the ship. Now, hang on a sec while I quick review all the names of the area. And I believe the first lounge is the District Lounge, which is kind of like space themed almost. Kind of like almost like you're on the moon. And then we'll be hanging back around to the 687 Lounge, which I do not know any of the themes of these lounges at all. The only one I know is the Skyline Lounge, which is city themed, I guess. It's kind of like a pub on top of London almost looking. But this one's just kind of a more relaxed lounge, and we'll be heading back over this way. Well, we'll hit the Pink Lounge, which is kind of more fancy, champagne-ish looking lounge. They have lots of champagne bottles up stacked in the back. Just kind of this pink glow in the room. And these actually are not supposed to be hanging this low. Our gardener was supposed to trim those. I'm going to have to yell at him. But I'm going to go ahead and continue on as this crew member seems to be following along with the tour, which I guess crew members like to ride along on tours as well. Now get out of the way, you stupid person. So here is the Skyline Lounge. This is actually supposed to be a big animated screen of like up top on a skyline. These are windows facing out, but I could not fit them in here. And these are kind of more like British pub sitting areas. And so we'll go ahead and walk down this way up and around to the last lounge on the ship, which is Evolution, but on this ship, we've decided to switch it out with the Tube, which is featured on Fantasy, so that way, if any of you guys do try to argue that Fantasy is a little bit different, we have gone ahead and incorporated some of Fantasy's best assets into this ship, so you guys can pick and choose that, and Evolution was insanely hard to build because everything was rounded, so we decided to go with the Tube because it looked cooler and it was kind of London-y, train-themed, which I liked. Pretty much got like a big area in the middle where you get your drinks and all sorts of chairs everywhere. There's supposed to be a stage up there, but we did not put it in, so too bad, so sad, oh well. And now that we have finished up that deck, we'll be going ahead up to the next deck, Deck 5, which is the last deck of entertainment, and which features off some of the more teen-based hangout stuff, such as the Oceaneers Lab and Oceaneers Lounge. So, hang on here. Which actually, if I remember correctly, we'll have to go up a floor and then over because that's the running track over there. So we'll head through this area of rooms, which once again has been closed off. We will go back up one more floor. This ship is an absolute maze, and it is so easy to get lost in this ship. And since it did take so long, definitely very easy to get lost. So now I know for a fact this floor you can run all the way back up to the main area. And we'll quick catch an elevator down. One floor, or 2 floors actually. I don't want to forget where we are at. So now we are on the 3rd floor of the Atrium, also known as Deck 5. And this is also the deck where the Vibe is located, which is one of the other teen hangouts. So all the teen stuff is on Deck 5 minus the Dee Lounge. I do apologize about that. So everyone, it's a Small World nursery, and this is pretty much where you leave your horrible little children and you go in and enjoy the cruise, which leave them here, they're taken care of for the day, and then we will be going ahead and heading back to the next area, which this is the Oceaneers Club, I believe, and this is for the kind of like the next step up as it works its way down the line, and this is for some of the younger children. Not sure what the age category is for this area, but essentially you leave your little older children than toddlers and infants, and they play here all day, and then you can pick them up at the end of the day. And we can go ahead and hop right down through this little walkway into the Oceaneers Lab, which is once again geared for a little bit older of children, and this is usually probably your 8, 9, 10-year-olds, I'd imagine, maybe up to 11 or 12, possibly even 13-year-olds. I'm not actually too sure. I know the vibe is more older teen based, but essentially it's the same kind of style, same theme, except for this is a lot more electronic based, where they can play video games all day, I'd imagine, and watch movies. And now that we have covered those areas, we are actually going to go ahead and hop an elevator up to the, actually, let's see here, let me check and see the deck plans, and we would have to go, we're going to go ahead and go down and hit up the vibe right away. So we're going to go ahead and drop down and catch our walkway up to there. So we'll drop on down a floor and head out this way. Oops. Head all the way up to where the theater is, and we'll be going ahead and heading back up this way. Now we just hang it right up here by the running jogging track, and we pretty much go through this little hallway up the staircase, and here we are at the Vibe Lounge. This is the older teens based lounge area. One of our, or someone who was actually on board the ship on the ship had helped out with this project when we threw this into the ship. He actually put up real names of the camp counselors on board the ship that are actually working on it. And right here is kind of like a DJ station, TVs. Over here is like computer areas, and through in here is just storage, which that door should be closed. This door is also a second entrance, which we're going to go ahead and close this, but this is the movie theater hangout area. A lot of teens hang out up here in this area. They just kind of sit and watch movies the whole time. And we'll go ahead and go out onto the main area of Vibe, which is all the little hot tubs and stuff of that nature. So up here is the private teen hangout area, where it's pretty much only for teens on the cruise ship, where you just go out and hang out here on this deck, go sit in the pools, watch TV, just hang out on deck, your own little private hangout for a teen, which would be pretty nice on a cruise. Not a lot of cruises cater to teens. They mainly cater for kids or adults, one or the other, whereas Disney pretty much seems to cater a lot for the teens on this cruise. So we'll go ahead and cut over this way, and we'll open these doors and head on down. We'll head back and around and head all the way up to Deck 6, where I will show you guys some of the rooms, and we will head back up all the way to the top deck and finish up our tour. So let's go ahead and head back up to Deck 6, which is all rooms, and I will go ahead and show you guys one of the basic staterooms on this ship, and that's actually one of the half rooms which are connected to that area. Here is one of the full-size staterooms on the ship. In here you got the bathroom area, your bed. Now, I'm going to answer a quick little Minecraft related question here. The reason why it's a wool bed and not an actual bed is because with World Edit we'll actually remove wool beds, and we thought it'd be better if it actually had beds of some kind in here versus beds that just disappeared. TV area, and then every room is equipped with its own private balcony, which you can go out and sit out here and suntan all day. So you're going to go ahead and slide their sliding door closed, and let's head back on upstairs. I'll also actually run forward to the front of the ship, but since this is Deck 5, or Deck 6, let's see here. Let's get a quick relook at the deck plans. If you don't have a deck plans, you're going to get lost really easy on the ship, just letting you know. I built the ship, and even I get lost. So, up here is one of the main fancier suites on the front. The front rooms have some of the bigger, much larger suites with kitchenette areas, couches, TVs, and here's their sleeping area. And there is the bathroom, which I will go ahead and show you guys. A little bit fancier bathrooms, much fancier rooms in the front than there are on the sides and in the aft. The after is actually supposed to be one of the more fancier suites, but given time constraints, we decided we don't have time to do several hundred fancier suites. But I will run back and show you guys the aft suites, which are different than the front ones. So here is the aft area, and here is the aft suites, which feature, once again, bathrooms. Features a closed-in area for the bedrooms, and here is kind of the main area, which it also does feature kitchenettes in these and TV watching areas, along with your own private balcony, which are supposed to have hot tubs on them, but Minecraft small blocks don't feel like putting hot tubs on the back of the ship. So now we are going to go ahead and catch the aft elevator all the way back up, because that's pretty much covers up all the decks that feature anything showable. So we'll be heading all the way up to, I believe it is deck 12, which is where the entertainment starts up again and some of the restaurants are. So we'll be heading up these nice long winding stairs. Actually, we do have to stop off on this deck, and there's actually a little reason why. I will be showing you guys the crew quarters, which is normally not viewable during normal service. So you guys are going to be in for a little bit of a special treat. So we will go ahead and walk through this door right here. This is the private crew quarters, which no one ever really gets to see. Here is their tiny little TV, which is actually supposed to be 3 wide. Someone broke those blocks. Here's their tiny little crew lounge. Not too fancy. Then in here is my suite, which you guys will get to see, which is different than every other suite on the ship. Got a bigger full-size bed, little sitting area, and little couch area. And then right across from my room is the navigation and communications room. This pretty much is the heart of the ship. This does all the navigation, planning of the trip, and these are linked to the engine rooms, which give full readouts of what's going on in the engine rooms. So since we will go ahead and hang up here, this is actually Chris Board's room right here, by the way. He has just not moved in yet, so that'll be shown off in a later time and date. And looks like the maps are going ahead and loading in right now. So on the back, we've gone ahead and featured a full-size picture of the ship from bow to stern. You got your little steering controls, and then we have pictures of the ship, or these are supposed to be pictures of the ship being built. And off to the side, we have the mooring stations, which these will control your ship during docking, or actually the docking stations, which have the mooring stations are on the aft, which you'll get around and show off later on the tour. But these are, you'll pretty much stand out here when you are docking the ship and pretty much help you control the ship into port. Up here is the main sitting area. We'll sit up here, control the ship. Got the GPS maps up here, which don't seem to like to load in unless you're standing up next to them. And now that we've pretty much seen the bridge, we are going to go ahead and swing back up to the top floors once again. So we'll go ahead and swing through here. And up we go. So this is deck, I believe it is deck 10. No. This is, yeah, it is deck 10. On this floor, it features the spa, which is all these spas that I cannot remember the names of, which I'm actually going to let the deck plans load in here for a sec. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this way and show you guys from the front of this area. And that is deck, it has to be deck 12. There we go. Either way, here is the reception area. You check in, sign up, all that stuff, and it's deck 11 we are on. That's what we're on. Sign in. Off to the side is the Senses Spa and Saloon, which is pretty much, or salon, not saloon. Why the hell did I say saloon? Salon, which you'll get your hair cut, pedicures, manicures, all sorts of cures, all that kind of fun stuff. Did not enjoy building this part of the ship, just let you know. Here is the fitness center, which they actually have 2 trainers on staff over the length of your cruise that'll help you get fit on your cruise and stay in shape. And we'll head up here to the I believe it's the Senses Rainforest rooms. The Rainforest rooms are on the back. This is the Chill Spa, which is the teen-orientated spa, which personally, if you're having a teen get spa treatments, it's an absolute huge waste of money, but that's my own 2 cents. But right here is all the little spa room amenities. Not really too much fancy, anything fancy, but here is the sauna, which is part of the Rainforest rooms, which even has working steam, complimentary of one of our pyrotechnic people who did the fireworks over on the stage. He also helped set up the steam for the steam room. Over here is the locker rooms and changing areas, which you'll change, get your clothes on, all that kind of stuff. Up here is the forward part, which is the Senses treatment salons, which these are the adult treatment rooms. So you pretty much have your big fancy massage rooms, little sitting area, and up on this side is the sun tanning or chairs or something of that nature. There are a bunch of chairs facing out, and then over here is the private hot tubs for the Senses salon, salon. And this one's just another, or these are the couples villa, which is pretty much like the treatment rooms but built for 2 people. So now we are going to go ahead and swing around back and head up these stairs here. Or actually, we don't need... Yeah, we'll go ahead and hit up the stairs since we're already up here. Here is the concierge rooms, or concierge lounge slash rooms. And these are like the high-end fancy rooms. If you're staying in a concierge room, you're in the higher class area, and they come with a private sun tanning area, which you got this whole big private area. And the nice part is they're not overbooked, so that way this area is usually pretty quiet. They got their own little semi-private shower, free sun tanning lotion I saw on the brochure. I pretty much read the brochure for it, so that way I could figure out what it's all about. A little area where you can get complimentary food, all that kind of stuff. Probably one of the fanciest hallways on the whole ship right here. And it's funny because we spent a lot of time on just that hallway alone. But we will be heading back down here to deck 11 and heading back out to the Quiet Cove pool and the Cove area, which is pretty much the adults only area on the ship, which a lot of the adults will kind of hang out, send their kids off to go stay in one of the Oceaneers Club, Lab, Lounge, or the Vibe area, and they will come hang out here all day. Where they got the Cove Bar where you can go ahead and get your adult beverages, and behind them they have the Cove Cafe, which I cannot remember if this is an adults only cafe or if it is the whole family. But either way, it is located back here, and that block wall or snow isn't supposed to be there. So now that you guys have seen the forward area, we are going to go ahead and keep our tour moving backwards. Or, well, back, I should say. Right here is the ice cream area. And it's Monsters Inc. themed ice cream. I don't know why they themed it that, but I guess they decided to theme everything something. Up here is the Donald's pool, and behind it is the Mickey's pool, which I will quick show you guys it. Mickey's pool actually is supposed to have a face of Mickey on it, but I just did a little Mickey. Donald's pool is supposed to have a face of Donald in it once again, but I just put a Donald in it. But personally, I saw videos of the actual pools, and they aren't very deep, and they're pretty lame actually on the ship. It's very, very, very small of a pool. It seems very cramped. Up here is the Funnel Vision deck stage, which they'll do a lot of their shows on deck right up here. They'll stream movies the whole time up on the big screen, so you can sit out and watch your movies up on deck. Just kind of relax for the day. This whole area is pretty much a bunch of restaurants, and I believe it's the Luigi's Pizza, Roman's Favorite Something, and Flo's Something. It's all Cars themed from the movie Cars, but I just did it all Italian themed because I decided it looks cool and I like pizza. But now that we're standing here back up in this area, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what's back here first. This is Who's It's and What's It's. It's one of the other gift shops on the ship. And let me go ahead and head up, and we're going to go ahead and hit up some of the other lounges quick while we're here. This is the Edge Lounge, which is one of the other teen lounges on the ship, which I believe this is the in between the Vibe and the Oceaneers Lab, I believe. I can't quite remember though, but this is kind of more of in between, I'd imagine, because they have a lot of TV stuff. You can sit here and watch the people go through the Aqueduct, which I will go ahead and show you guys in a bit, but I will not be riding it, which I'll explain why in a little bit. And so now we'll go ahead and catch the stairs back up quick, and we'll head up here to the Outlook kind of lounge area. It's the big, fancy, pretty quiet area, actually. I saw some pictures on it. There really wasn't a whole lot about it, which kind of surprised me, almost as if it was like a secret lounge on the ship, almost. But seems pretty quiet, just almost like a little piano bar. Back here is the radio station, which on board the ship they have a full radio crew, and they do radio shows, I believe, almost all day. I'd have to talk to someone on the cruise, but from what I could tell, if they have a radio station on your ship, then there is a reason that you'd have a whole radio crew, all that kind of stuff. So we'll head back down the stairs here quick and continue our tour back. And let's go ahead and walk out the doorway up here, and we're one deck too high. We gotta head back down to deck 11 here. So we'll jump down here, and we'll go ahead and run all the way back. Oh, and over here is the Mickey slide, which I will go ahead and ride. And we just ride on down. It just kind of goes in a little circle and then lands you out right next to it. Back here also is the Nemo's Reef, kind of like the kiddie pool. Has little fountains spraying water for them. And why is there a hole in the pool? I'm going to have to kill whoever was doing maintenance on the ship. But pretty much a little small kiddie pool. Really nice. And we will continue heading back to what is known as Cabanas. It is pretty much one of the big breakfast-themed breakfast restaurants on the ship, from what I could tell, actually. And I was looking at a lot of the food items, and it seems like it's a big buffet-style breakfast restaurant. It looked really good, actually. And so they have all sorts of stuff. This looks like kind of more of the hot food. Over there is kind of more of the colder style food. They have indoor and outdoor seating out here. You can go sit on the back of the ship, go watch as the ship drives or goes along as you're watching. And we'll go ahead and continue up this way as we walk by this massively detailed area. This is one of the bigger areas we put a lot of detail into, and I cannot get around this stupid tree. And I actually was not initially going to put this into the ship. And the reason behind that was I didn't actually even know it existed. I just saw cabanas on it, and from it looked like on the deck plans is it just looked like a simple little like specialized seating area on the ship. So I just like, oh well, whatever. And then later on I was double checking through the list of restaurants and noticed that was on there. Now that we're up here, your kids might want to come play games and waste all your quarters. This is the arcade, spelled A-A-R-R, arcade. Kind of pirate themed arcade. Right here you got like a little area you can play actual console video games. Little jukebox right here. DDR, racing games, pinball, old-fashioned arcade machines, claw machine, all that kind of fun stuff. Anything a kid would want to play. All that fun money-sucking arcade games. And as you can tell, I definitely didn't look at this cruise as a ooh-ah kind of thing. I looked at it more of a, I like big ships. So, alright, we'll go ahead and head back up, and I'll show you guys the next set of restaurants, which I've gone ahead and already loaded up the deck plan so I know the names of them. So, first off, we'll go to Palo, which is also featured on the Magic, and this is the very high-end restaurant. This is like top-of-the-line themed eating. This is as fancy as you're going to get. I think there's a dress code where you actually do have to be dressed up to eat here, and I cannot remember that at the top of my head, but I know there is a dress code on Magic. If you are wondering, I have built Magic a long time ago, and you guys can all check those videos out, but I'll do a little self-plugging later. This is the Meridian, kind of more of a relaxed, look more loungish themed, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It looks like more of kind of like a relaxed bar-ish lounge. Up here is the Remy, which is French cuisine, and it's based off of the movie Ratatouille. Kind of more fancy, high-end French cuisine. And we'll go ahead and head up and hang a left around here. Which, once again, I'm going to kill this maintenance guy for not keeping my ship all nice and neat. Right here is the Goofy Sports Deck. All sorts of sports. They got everything you can imagine. Basketball, mini golf. They got some little ping pong tables in here. All that kind of fun stuff. You could play all your fun sports up on the ship. And so now, since we are pretty much almost getting done, I'll show you guys the Aqueduct, which is this way. And if you can tell, it is using a custom texture pack, which makes the rail track turn into water, and then this is lapis lazuli block. So if you guys have ever came on the server and noticed it, it actually looks much different on my screen and to anyone who has the texture pack. Now, I will not be writing it, and here's the reason why. It is partially because I'm on a server, and if any of you guys know how servers work, they will not run properly with rail carts. The rail carts lag along the whole track, and eventually it just becomes one big laggy mess. So I will grab you guys a rail or a boat and show you guys what one of the rail carts will look like, only because none of you guys will actually go to bother to go back and watch the video where I do show off the rail cart system. So this is what one of the little pool carts look like. I will go ahead and give it a quick push. Let it go riding along the rails. But back to the tour here. If you guys want, there's a video you can go ahead and watch the Building the Dream series. I believe it is I want to say 10 possibly, or day 9, and I do actually do a full ride through of it. You guys can feel free to watch that, all that kind of stuff. Pretty much right here I will be wrapping up the tour though. No. Alright everyone, sorry about that. I had to do a little last minute editing. My computer popped some shit up while I didn't want it to. So pretty much that does wrap up this tour. One last thing I will almost forget, because I almost forgot it seeing it now. That's the Currents Bar, which is part of the adults only section, and it's kind of the adults only bar. And now I will quick do a little flyer on as I talk about the ship and plug some of my other videos that you guys can learn about. I will be doing Castaway Cay, so I will be doing a building vlog of that. I did a building vlog of this. You guys can go ahead and start watching from day 1, but it actually doesn't start getting good till about day 5 or 6, I believe. And that's where I picked the project back up after my 2-month hiatus of Minecraft, which I had taken after we had started it. Either way, I'd like to thank all the people that have helped out with the project, all you guys who have been watching, everyone who has helped building on it, anyone of you guys who have left a great comment on feedback, all that kind of stuff, anyone who's helped by providing information, all that kind of stuff. Huge thank you to you guys. I have also made the Magic, which you guys can go watch all the building vlogs for that, or if you don't really feel like watching all hour and a half of building vlogs, you can go ahead and just watch the tour of it that I give with, I believe it's Chris does join me on that tour. I can't remember. I built it before I built the dream, and then I gone ahead and started on the dream. But yeah, either way, thanks for joining me on the tour. I hope you guys enjoy the tour. Feel free to check out all the links. Also, to download, learn out how to use the ship in one of your projects. I believe I'll be putting a video up on that, and I believe there will also be a trailer that I am making for it, which you guys can all check out. Other than that, guys, if you have stuck around till the very end, huge thank you to you guys as well. Make sure you guys hit that liking or comment, rate, subscribe button. That subscribe really helps me. That's the whole reason I do this. Whole reason I even still build these ships like this is for you guys, the subscribers, to check out and to see. I am going to be building a lot more Disney themed stuff. If Disney is your big kind of thing, I'm going to be doing some other ones, which I'm not going to announce right now just because I don't know if I'm going to follow through on it, and I don't want to get you guys' hopes up if I'm not going to. But I can say that they are Disney themed, and I am currently also working with another Disney themed thing, which I'll talk about in some other videos. But hey, if you guys have stuck around this long, huge thanks. Make sure you guys go watch the epilogue where I have show off Port Canaveral, which I had just finished today. Make sure you guys go check that tour out. I decided not to put it in this video just because this is about the ship, not the port. Huge thanks to you guys. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.